Three news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, 48 hours ago, I told you about fighting between Tigray and Amhara fighters on Sudan-Ethiopia border. The report has been confirmed, and now further claims are being made that there could be some large-scale offensive towards western Tigray from Sudan by Tigray fighters. Secondly, Meaza Mohammed, an Ethiopian journalist who was arrested a few days ago, has been officially charged by Ethiopian police. Which charges have been leveled against Meaza Mohammed? Her arrest was condemned by journalist bodies. Several journalists have been arrested too. Oh, what is she being charged with? We'll have a look at. And lastly, viewers, EZEMA party of Berhanu Nega has issued a statement about Ethiopian government's announcement to halt military operations towards Tigray and about upcoming talks. Is EZEMA party criticizing Ethiopian government's decision to halt military operations? We'll have a look at the statement because PM Abiy is already under pressure. There are some voices in some regions which have opposed Ethiopian government's decision to halt military operations towards Tigray. EZEMA is at Ethiopian cabinet as well. Berhanu Nega is working as Ethiopian Federal Minister for Education. We'll have a detailed look at EZEMA party's statement. Firstly, viewers, Sudan-Ethiopia border. 48 hours ago, I informed you about fighting on Sudan-Ethiopia border. On Sudan side of the border, Tigray fighters tried to enter Tigray and fighting erupted there between Tigray and Amhara fighters. The report was confirmed because yesterday we heard several other news outlets report about this development. Now, Ethiopian government backed news sources are saying that 600 fighters of TDF tried to penetrate western Tigray from Sudan, and they claim that the attack has been repelled. The attack has been repelled, but they further claim that preparations are underway on Sudan side of the border by Tigray fighters to launch a full-scale attack towards western Tigray. How true are these claims? They claim that trenches are being dug and TDF fighters are being trained and armed, and Sudan's military is in the background, but it's backing these Tigray fighters. There is presence of Tigray fighters on Sudan side of the border. No doubt about that, because we have seen some statements of some Tigray backed news sources too, which say that there's presence of TDF fighters on Sudanese soil. Can they launch a large-scale attack on western Tigray? Well, what happened 48 hours ago, it shows that preparations are being made. If 600 TDF fighters tried to enter western Tigray from Sudan 48 hours ago, it means preparations are there. There could be such attacks in coming days. Sudan's amilitary will not be part of these attacks. The military will remain in the background. But on the other hand, Amhara regional forces, Eritrean forces are also well prepared in western Tigray. Reportedly, we have seen movement of militias and Amhara regional forces from Gondar towards western Tigray, towards Edi Erke as well, because now this is a busy front. So that is why all Amhara militias and Amhara forces which are fighting in Amhara, they are now being sent towards western Tigray, which could be a deadly front in coming days. So Both sides are making preparations. Tigray fighters are organizing on Sudan side of the border, and Amhara forces, Eritreans, ENDF are also making preparations in Western Tigray. Secondly, viewers, Meaza Mohammed, Ethiopian journalist who was arrested a few days ago, has been officially charged. I told you about her arrest, and journalist bodies condemned her arrest. Now, which charges have been leveled against her? She is being charged that she supported Tigray People Liberation Front. She was running Roha TV, a YouTube channel as well. She was reporting on the plight of IDPs. But we did not see any biased reporting in support of TPLF by Meaza Mohammed. She was critical of Ethiopian government. Ethiopian government's decision of closing of schools was criticized by her. But she was not seen as pro-TPLF journalist. When she was working, she was not seen as pro-TPLF journalist. I don't know how suddenly she has become pro-TPLF, but she has been officially charged now, views, that she was backing Tigray People Liberation Front. Maybe in investigations, police will share some evidence how she was backing TPLF. At least these journalists are alive. Meaza Mohammed's detention has been confirmed. Then Berhanu Nega's arrest has been confirmed in a statement a few days ago. At least they are alive. Amir Rahman's detention also confirmed. Ethiopian government issued a statement. So at least they are being prosecuted through legal means. Now all depends upon Ethiopian courts and Ethiopian investigative bodies. Investigative bodies would be under the influence of Ethiopian government. So final decision will be made by Ethiopian courts. How independent are they? Can they hear these cases against journalists in an independent manner? That remains to be seen. Lastly, viewers, EZEMA party of Berhanu Nega, Professor Berhanu Nega, has issued a statement about Ethiopian government's decision to halt military operations towards Tigray and about upcoming negotiations. A few hours ago, I did a video. I told you that PM Abiy was under pressure. His allies, some of his allies, were not happy with the decision that ENDF should not enter Tigray. We have seen some reporting by some news outlets criticizing PM Abiy's decision. It was being said that why did PM Abiy make the decision unilaterally? He should have taken regional governments and Ethiopian parliament on board, but he did not. So he is under pressure. Now, EZEMA party is also raising questions. EZEMA party is at Ethiopian cabinet, though the party contested elections against PP. But then Berhanu Nega was made part of cabinet. He is working as Ethiopian Federal Minister of Education. EZEMA party has raised three important questions in its statement. Firstly, it says that there must be clarity and transparency about upcoming dialogue. Who will be part of this dialogue? Secondly, it says it must be ensured that no attacks will be carried out on Ethiopian military, like it happened in November when Northern Command was attacked by TPLF members. And thirdly, it says that OLA and TDF must be defeated. So it's falling short of rejecting Ethiopian government's announcement of halting military operation. Otherwise, it's criticizing the decision. When you are saying that OLA and TDF should be defeated and that it must be ensured that no attacks will happen on Ethiopian military in future, it means you're calling for continuation of military action into Tigray, though there is no mention of it in the statement. The statement implies that Ethiopian military should continue its operations against Tigray fighters into Tigray. That is why PM Abiy is under pressure. Some Amhara elements are against the suspension of military operation. EZEMA has also raised some questions. So, can he implement the decision of suspension of military operations? Is he in command? That remains to be seen. Regional forces are not under direct control of Ethiopian federal government. They are under direct control of regions. Will these regional forces stop? Will Eritrean forces stop? Or will they attack Tigray cities and towns from Eritrea side of the border? Several questions. Situation overall is a little fluid. In a few days, we'll have clarity about splits, if there are any, between PM Abiy's Prosperity Party and other parties. Thank you for watching.